So they have come to an agreement, and I want to make sure I give you accurate information. They have and we got breaking news. The port strike has been suspended until January 15th, meaning that they have reached some type of tentative arrangement or agreement within their contract and have extended it currently up until January 15th, where they will resume bargaining and continue to come to some type of long-term agreement. So let's break it down and let's talk about it. So this has been reported. It's fresh off the press. This has been reported by ABC News, the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal. So this is truly what we are experiencing right now. So with the ports being shut down, we knew that if it was something that took a really long time for them to rectify, that we were going to start to receive some inflationary situations with goods, that it was really going to set the American economy back, right? And that's what we definitely do not need with us having the natural disasters on our heels, the election on our heels, so many things that are just transpiring right now within the United States, within our economy, and just as a whole. So they have come to an agreement, and I want to make sure I give you accurate information. They have come to an agreement currently of 62%. And that will extend until January 15th, and they will still go back and negotiate and see exactly what needs to be done as far as automation is concerned and as far as extending their contract and what that increase will look like. So now, as of tomorrow, or even as early as tonight, port workers will be returning back to work to get those primary ships that do have primary freight on them unloaded so that we can get back to work. So my truckers that have been working drayage, that were moving those containers, you will be back to work. My port workers, you guys will be back to work. And my 3PL locations, you guys will not feel it. So the exact number on the wage increase is currently right now at 61.5% of an increase over the next 6 years. And it does include the language to protect workers from automation and other issues that they do need to resolve. Okay. So there's not a lot of information surrounding this right now, but just know that this strike has shut down 14 ports along the East and Gulf Coast since Tuesday, October 1st. So the deal was reached with the United States Maritime Alliance, which is a shipping industry group representing terminal operators and ocean carriers. So what is that deal going to look like? How are they going to finalize those things? How are these things going to go? We may not know the exact details thus far, but however, we do know that it is rectified as of now. So I, for one, I can say that I am happy that we were able to get this rectified. I did not want to see that influx of carriers that run drayage come into the spot market, see rates go down further than what they already are. And then on top of that, once the freight becomes scarce, now we really are seeing a problem, and we're seeing really good American businesses have to close their doors and close down their businesses. Although I do believe in survival of the fittest, I 100% believe that everyone does have the right to work. We have the right to be able to start businesses, to be able to build generational wealth and create opportunities for our families. Okay. So this is good news as of now. I know that the automation was a really big part of this outside of the wages. And I can't say that I think that automation is just going to disappear from the ports. We've seen what they've done in the Long Beach port. We've seen what they've done at the Los Angeles port. And we do know that automation has been implemented in these places and that they are utilizing it to work with the longshoremen that are over on the West Coast to help with production, speed up production, and make a more seamless process for getting those containers empty and bringing in our oceanic freight. Okay. So the bottleneck has been released, which is a term that we use here in supply chain. So I am excited, y'all. I would love to know how you all feel about this. I would love to see how you feel about this in the comments. I would love to see if you guys are happy about this happening or if not. And one of the major takeaways about this for me is there is still freedom in the people, y'all. If we can all collectively organize up under the same pretenses, with the same goals, the same vision, the same mission, we truly can see change. This is the story of America, right? One of the great things about America is that we do have the opportunity to band together and see success, right? So take that as you will with what you do in your personal lives, what you do in business. And by no means am I advocating that all industries unionize. But what I am saying is that there does need to be some level of unity within these companies, within these industries, so that we can make sure that we are treated fairly. It would have been devastating to see longshoremen who have been there for generations and generations and generations have to go and find new skills, learn new skills, and find other ways to feed their families. Although I know many of us are pushed to these situations all the time, you know, it's rough when it's unprecedented and when it's unexpected, right? So we are one nation under God, and I know we leave the under God part out, but let's just give a shout out for God, right? Because he sits high and he looks low, and he knows what we can take and what we cannot take. And one thing that I live by is that God will never put more on me than I can bear, right? So I could not bear these ports being shut down for weeks. Our American citizens could not bear the ports being shut down for weeks. The longshoremen truly could not bear the ports being shut down for weeks. So we want to make sure that we continue to keep our focus on God first and foremost, and on humanity, right? On each other. And know that when we come together, when we stand together, when we are not thinking of ourselves and we are selfless, we can truly start to see a move and spark change, okay? So business as usual. For my longshoremen and for my drayage truckers, I would love to know in the comments how you guys felt about this. What got your brain churning about this, right? Like, what do you think? What's your feedback? Do you feel like it was important for America to see that level of unity? Because I definitely do. Okay, so I love y'all. I thank y'all, and I'll see y'all for the next video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Later.